Well, hello there. Good evening, Facebook community. This is Jennifer from Uplifting Life Naturally, hopping on here for my daily Live at 5 series. I'm going to continue today talking about the use of essential oils, and today I will be referencing using the oils as part of natural remedies, ways that we can, treat some common symptoms and illnesses that we may have. Again, as a disclaimer, I want to put out there up front, if you are pregnant, if you have any chronic health issues, please make sure that you check with your medical provider for the safety of use with your given situation. So more and more people are turning to natural remedies to use as elements, and some of the most common ones that we tend to use to treat for include things like the common cold, headaches, pain, trouble sleeping, stress, and even some skin irritations and digestive discomfort. So the uses are endless. You don't necessarily even need to wait until you're sick to be using the oils. You can certainly use using the oils is overall relatively simple and straightforward to use. One thing I do want to point out is that, as with any type of medications, oils we all respond to a little bit differently as well. So what may work for you might not work well for your spouse, your neighbor, and vice versa. If it's working for you or for them, it may not be something that works best for you. So what I recommend is starting with some of the basic oils that I will explain here in just a minute, and experiment with them and find some things that work, and see what you like and what you don't like, and what seems to work and doesn't work so well. Also, as the same with medications, we can develop some immunity to the scents as well, where if you're using a certain oil on a regular basis, say to treat your headaches, you may become immune to that. So what I also recommend is, finding some different combinations and using, having them where you can alternate between the two. And I have to apologize if this keeps cutting out. I do have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but my daughter keeps calling, so I don't know what it's doing. She is totally driving me insane with her impatientness. I think I'll diffuse some of my oils for her anxiety and stress. So anyways, before I close here, I suggest that you start with, and you can go from there, like I said, doing some experiments. And as you get more comfortable with those oils, you can, start to, experiment with some. Oh my gosh, this child of mine is driving me nuts. You can experiment with some different combinations and such. But the couple of oils, the 6 that I recommend that you start with if you're new to oils. And Christy, I see you hopped on, and I'm going to ask you a huge favor. Will you please text my daughter and ask her to be patient, that I am on my way? Okay, so the oils I recommend, number 1 is peppermint. That's good for using for alertness and for headaches. Lavender is good for sleep. Lemon, ginger is good for treating nausea. Eucalyptus is really good for cold symptoms. Orange is good for stress and anxiety, which I think I need to diffuse now with this child of mine. And then tea tree oil is good for things like dandruff and, athlete's foot, some skin conditions. So again, those are peppermint, lemon, lavender, ginger, eucalyptus. So, if you want to check out my blog a little later on this evening, I will have some various recipes and decide what works best for you. And I'll certainly outline, my discussion here, as it's been a bit distracting, at least for me. And again, I'm not sure with all those calls as to why my Do Not Disturb is not working, and what it's doing on your end. So I'll make sure I have everything outlined in my blog as well, so you can get all that information. Otherwise, I am going to go to take care of this child of mine before one of us goes crazy. Have a great weekend. Bye.